What's up, people? We are back with more Fault Milestone 1. In the previous video we learned a lot about the gruesome stuff that the real Rune did when she was a child and why she earned the nickname of Spawn of Demon or something, or Spawn of the Devil, whatever. She's a demon child because she managed to beat up the Crowcleave's kid with the freaking stick, yeah? With a tiny little branch from a stick. She just smacked it across his face until one of his eyes popped out or something. So yeah, that was really freaky. And then for some reason, after she got house arrest basically for her entire life, and I'm guessing after some self-reflection, I hope, she's somehow turned into this really sweet normal little sister, you know? I still don't trust it, however, but yeah, we were in the middle of a family meeting of the entire Zevit's family. They were going out to eat in Evil's tavern. I'm actually surprised that Rune is allowed to go outside, but yeah, let's continue. We've got an important announcement to make. Teehee. Goodness gracious, I cannot remember the last time you both looked so happy together. That's funny you should say that, daughter of mine. We just signed you for life away. What? We just signed your life away? Huh? You signed my life away? You bet we did. And golly, you're gonna love being a slave into what? Being a slave to society, ouch. Stop trying to scare our daughter, darling. Yowie, yowie, yowie! Stop squeezing me cheekies! Or squeezing. Why does this guy talk so weird? I thought he's like an adult, you know? Rune, you've been enrolled into Cadia's Academy for the Gifted. You're gonna be going to school starting next week. Oh, she got in? That's amazing! Congratulations, Rune! You mean it? Mother? Father? We swear it. We cross our hearts and hope to die. Now we know why she died. Or they died, actually. You can even stick needles in our eyes. Please, don't ever use that idiom again, Mother. Yeah, Rune is gonna take it literally. I can go to school starting next week? With other children my age? You really impressed the administrators at your meeting with them last week. The principal says you'd be a great candidate for their prestigious academy. I don't know what to say. I can really go to school then. This is a dream come true. I'm so happy for you, Rune. I hope you make lots and lots of friends over there. What? This is Hertzschwan. He doesn't look any younger, because this is the past. Yeah, this is a memory. A flashback. Zid Savage, you son of a bitch! How's the hanging? Headsy, you old bastard! Why don't you give a guy a heads up, huh? I could say the same to you too, ya old senile old coot. What you doing? Eating dinner without an ounce of ale to wash it all down? Let's head to the bar, Sid. Hold it, Headsy. Now you know how I feel about Sid and ale. He's a featherweight. He can't hold an ounce of ale, you know that. He's gotta build up a tolerance somehow, right? Like he built up all them muscles in his big brain of his. Size, I haven't seen his ugly mug for a good while. Oh, who might these tykes be? Good evening. Good evening, Uncle Hertzschwan. If I remember right, it's Rudo. And Rune! I don't believe me eyes, Sid. They're even bigger than the last time I saw them. Time sure does wonders to youngsters. Rudo, come over here for a second. Don't be shy. Yes? For the love of mana, Sid, your boy's sprouting like a tree. Whatever the boy's eating, it's all going to his height. He'll be taller than you soon. Alright already, Hertzy. Don't get my son caught up in our antics now. Okay now, so it's the same rules as usual, right? Hey! Look over there! Herzwan gonna play a wee game of speed ale with Seventh CEO. You're out of your mind, sonny. The CEO of Seventh Enterprise wouldn't grace Avel's bosom. She's too filthy for our affections to court the likes of the rich. I implore you to take a good gander over there, then you blind bastard. Oh, for the love of Mana, it really is him. Bless Avel's bosom. I'll have you boys know that I'm not above coming to Avel's Tavern. Every day is a good day when you eat at Avel's. I might be filthy rich, but I'm as filthy as the rest of ya. I'm gonna be the king of Avel's tonight. Get your gut ready, Hertzie. Your throne's gonna be mine after tonight. Hear, hear! Hail to the future king of Avel's! Here we go again. We couldn't just for once have a nice and normal meal as a family. No. Don't fret your heart out too much, Aline. I'll send Sid back soon. I haven't seen this beautiful bastard's mug in a long time. Sweet Ellie, won't you please let us enjoy our youth for old time's sake? Well, I suppose so. But you better down that ale faster than Hertzie does, Sid. I don't care how smashed you get either. Make Hertzie regret interrupting our dinner. Mother? You got it, honey. Don't forget to work the crowd. Get them on your side. Or our side. Hear me. Oh, wow. Wait, she's actually talking to the crowd. Hear me, patrons of Avel's. If my husband can beat Hertzvan Kraukleaves in a game of speed ale, we're buying a round of ale for everyone here. Almighty nectar of Avel. You heard the lady, gents. Stop Hertzie from drinking that ale. That's not fair. I can barely afford my own drink, Ellie. Rigged, I say. This game is rigged. Give me back that ale. Much to my own surprise, you seem to be enjoying yourself, Mother. Phew. Mother? Is something wrong? It's nothing. Rudo, I just can't help but feel some relief. Time really does wonders. With time, we learn to forgive and forget all the pain we caused each other. Time gives us a second chance to move past the mistakes that were made and move on with our lives. To be honest with you both, I was relieved that Hertzvan came to us tonight. There was a time when I thought that we lost Hertzvan as our good friend. Yeah, because of what Rune did. Considering Hertzvan is a Kraukleaves. Mother, I apologize for my actions. No matter how young I was, there is no excuse for bringing shame and disgrace to our family name. If it was not for my actions, there may have never been any issues with the Kraukleaves family. You don't have to apologize, Rune. It's all in the past now. Yeah, don't worry, don't apologize for beating someone with a stick so hard that they were bleeding all over the place. It's fine. The only things I care about are you two. I only want the best for you two, and your happiness means the world to me. Mother. You two will understand one day, when you both are grown up, leading your father's company with your own families, you will know why I feel how I do. But you both need to first accumulate, absorb, and retain everything you learn, and most importantly, keep your eyes on the prize. Do you understand me? Yes, Mother. Wait a minute, little Rune! You're going off to Cadia's Academy for the Gifted? Good for ya! I never went to no fancy schmancy school like that, and I turned out just fine. The administrators didn't want me no how, and I didn't need them anyways. I hear you, Hertzie. Did you hear that, Rune? Neither Uncle Hertzvan nor myself went to school, and we both turned out just fine. Don't listen to your father, he just had too much to drink. Right, darling? Yowie, 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 stop squeezing my cheekies. I was just joking. Listen, Rune. Your father, Uncle Albus, and Uncle Hertzvan all didn't go to school to get a formal education, but against all odds, they all became huge successes in their own way. Not everyone can do that though. Even though your father may start acting strange when the subject of education is brought up, he's an advocate for compulsory education. Why? Before your father made his fortune in dabbling in mana mines, education was always reserved for Cadia's most privileged families. But that all changed years ago, after your father persuaded the Cadian government to create a compulsory education system for the entire Outer Pole. Compulsory education? It's the education that all children are required to receive, no matter their social status. It's a way of empowering the future generation, really. Okay, as much as I sort of have a bias at the moment for disliking the Zevitz family, that is actually a pretty nice and good thing that Sid did for just the entire Outer Pole. Empowering the future generation? That's right, Rudo. Don't you two ever forget this either. The people of the Outer Pole cannot use mana crafting to survive. Unlike other places out in the world, education is the only pathway we have towards survival. That's why you both need to immerse yourselves in education, study hard, and flourish in order to survive. What nonsense are you spouting, Ellie? We're surviving without a stinking education just fine. Heartsy. Person's weight ain't determined by them things they learn in some dusty old school. It's determined by their life experience and how much they've grown as a person. Hell yeah, Heartsy. For a drunken slob, you have some good things to say. Goodness gracious, the both of you are drunkards. Stop trying to poison the minds of my dear children with your rogue ways. Rune, no matter what they say tonight, you're still starting at the academy next week. Understood, mother dearest. Ha 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 ha. What laugh was that for Rudo? Ha 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 ha. Oh my god. What the hell is this? That looks like a CT scan. Yowie yowie yowie. Sid. Oh, you brought Rudo with you? Hello, Uncle Albus. Sorry, Albus, but I forgot to grab some papers on the way out earlier. No, by all means. Actually, you came at the perfect time. Rudo, could you excuse us both for a little while? Your father and I need to discuss something. Huh? Okay. Do you need something to kill time with, son? No, I had something I wanted to finish up earlier, so... Gotcha. I'll be back shortly, father. Albus, what's going on? What's with the hat master's mug you're wearing, huh? At least I'm not the one who looks like they had one too many drinks. Did you get smashed yesterday evening? You bet I did. I had some fun with Heartsy and the family at Avel's last night. Remember how I told you that Rune was accepted into Cadia's Academy for the Gifted? I figure. She should be safe to be around other kids by now, right? It's been 5 years already. I assume you broke the news to her then. Nothing gets past you, Albus. I've never seen her so bright and bubbly before. There was so much life in her eyes. In everyone's eyes, in fact. You should have been there, Albus. There was life, was there? Okay, Albie. Now you're ruining my mood. With that grin mug you're making and the cryptic crap. What's going on? We have an issue on our hands, Sid. Did he do something with Rune? I think he did. Oh god. Here's the most recent cross-section image of Rune's cerebral cortex from the mana resonance imaging, MRI. Take a good look at it. It's divided into parts which correspond to specific emotions within the brain. I want you to focus your attention on the areas that pertain to emotions such as happiness, anger, sadness, shock. Huh? This image wasn't mucked up during the scan, was it? Unfortunately, it was not. I was quite shocked myself, But this is the reality of the situation, Sid. What this image captured are Rune's depth, range, and variety of emotions. You've lost me this time, Albie, because I don't see anything you just described in this image. I see no depth, no range, no variety, nothing. This is just a default template for all MRIs, right? Did you not trigger the machine when you scanned it? Sid, try and compose yourself. I'll get to the point. Your daughter's range of emotions is non-existent. Huh? Unlike you, your son, and myself, Rune's brain lacks a part of the limbic system that is essential for the regulation of emotions. It is a rare, congenital disorder that she's always had, but that we only recently discovered. Albus. That's just not possible, Sid. She was laughing, smiling, and everything. I watched her sulk about the house when Rudo didn't play with her one day. Are you trying to tell me that all those emotions were fictive? I cannot say, Sid. Without evidence of emotional expressions, my theory, unfortunately, still stands. It's just one image. It will never be enough to convince me that my daughter is devoid of all emotions. The evidence stands, Sid. I wouldn't have brought it to your attention unless I believed that it was something that you needed to know. And what did I need to know, Albus? That Rune's a living doll? Do I need to start doubting if my own daughter is even human? Sid, isn't that what you're arguing? Just because she's devoid of emotions doesn't make her any less of a human. It's our heart that makes us who we are. Think for 1 second and just get a hold of yourself, Sid. No, Albus. Not my daughter. Not Rune. There's gotta be some mistake. The MRI isn't reliable yet, or entirely reliable. You can't just base your whole assertion for doubting my daughter's humanity on a prototype. It is your invention, Sid, and the margin of error for your invention is non-existent. You personally calibrated it to show anything and everything. There is no room for error. Out of all the inventions that helped in the advancement of the medical field, your MRI has given birth to the most successful treatments known to the outer pole. I'm not listening to you, Albus. My daughter has emotions, damn it all. This is all just one horrible mistake. Even if the incident with the Growcleaves 5 years ago, it's not Rune's fault. Rune has no emotions? Rudo! Oh no. Months passed. Oh god, I wanted to say mother passed, but that didn't happen. That didn't happen yet. Months passed after Albus's revelation to my father. Contrary to our then common fear, Rune had managed to mix and mingle without any issue at Cadius Academy for the Gifted. Albus' assertion bore no fruit as time passed, and our lives went by without any incident. As time passed, even the unfortunate incident with Marcus Crowley's 5 years prior faded into the memory of the public. Rune spent 5 years on the house arrest and was primarily homeschooled until my parents appealed. Ultimately, Rune's lack of exposure to the public had effectively erased the existence of Sid Sefit's only daughter. The Academy informed us on Rune's program, and that her well-mannered demeanor helped make her approachable to students. She made many friends there. Rune also had little issue learning all the material offered at the Academy. Clearly, the professional teacher that father hired during her 5 years of confinement had paid off. And with all this news in mind, Albus's diagnosis of Rune's lack of emotions became a moot point, and life went on. But one day, life decided to seize its relentless advance to remind me of the truth. I recall that I was returning home from another day at Cadius Academy for the Gifted when I decided to stop by a park that wasn't frequented often by most people. I thought I'd take a stroll through the thickest and bushes to unwind a little. But after clearing the first few rows of thickets. What's a thicket? I thought it meant thickest, but it's thickets. What's thickets? I've never heard of that. It's probably some sort of plant. I saw that Rune was there too. I crept near to her, wondering what she was doing in the park all alone when there was practically nobody else around. I was wrong. Meow! Rune! As I crept closer, nature's tranquility was suddenly shattered from the deafening cry of an animal. Oh no, please, no. I hadn't the faintest idea what animal made such an agonizing sound, but I could tell something was wrong when no other sound followed. Rune! Oh no! Please! No! I rose from the underbrush and strode towards the young tree that Rune sat under. Rune! Hello, brother. What brings you so far out here? Oh my god, look at the scissors. It's covered in blood. And the tail of the... Is it a cat? Oh my god. Were you looking for me? It is quite ill-mannered of you to sneak up on me unannounced. What are you doing, Rune? What are those scissors for? And why are they stained ruby red? Well, obviously, it's because there's blood on them. And as for what I'm doing out here, brother, well, that's really none of your concern. Or are you just being nosy for no reason, Rudo? The tone of her voice suddenly deepened. I'm going to ask you again, Rune. What are you doing here? And what did you do to that animal? No, I don't believe it. Rune! I almost forgot how clever she could be. All those horrible things she did 5 years ago. And nobody even noticed a single thing until she stabbed them in the eye. It's all been an act. What's wrong with you? Wrong? Nothing is wrong with me, Rudo, unless you consider the fact that I am devoid of all emotion. Then you could just consider me inhuman. She knew? That theory was only known between Father, Albus, and myself. So how did she find out? When did she find out? You don't have to thank me, Rudo. It's the least I could do now that you know about my extracurricular activity. Allow me to elaborate how I came to this conclusion, my dear oblivious big brother. Nothing evokes any emotion for me. I feel nothing for any of you, and I feel much like a blank canvas every waking moment of my life, until I've personally brushed it with the pain of the living, stained it with the purest blood of the heart, and captured the very essence of sweet, euphoric death. Do you understand, Rudo? All the pleasant memories I've experienced with our family mean absolutely nothing to me. Natural or not, observing death's work is the only pleasure that I derive from life. If I had only known that day... Oh, Rudo, if only you understood the beauty behind the sweet sound of a death rattle and the spastic contractions of rigor mortis. If only you knew how fulfilled they make me feel. That through her macabre musings, the gaze in her eyes would be the harbinger of future misfortunes. So much life endures, and yet all life is just so fragile and easy to end. I came to the conclusion that anything had to be done about Rune. I spoke to my parents about my findings, but they ignored me, seeking to be oblivious to the danger that was their daughter. I needed concrete evidence that the past 6 years were all a sham, an illusion that Rune created to lull my parents into a false sense of security, but it was in vain. Rudo, how could you say that about your own sister? I don't know what happened between you two today, but please, try and get along with her. You're her only brother in the whole world. My mother appealed to my diminishingly attachment to my murderous little sister. I was living with paranoia every waking moment of my life. I wasn't wrong to suspect Rune after the eye gouging incident. Now, I couldn't take my eyes off her for even a moment. Now, unlike poor Marcus Krauklies, which in hindsight was a complete unforeseen and spur-of-the-moment incident, Rune has matured by 6 dangerous years. I needed to counter her in whatever way I could. I convinced myself that she was scheming something with every fiber of her being. I wasn't living for myself anymore. I was living to prevent Rune from committing murder. For a while, I observed and watched each and every one of her actions, following her daily itinerary to a T. I even ventured to ask the local peacekeepers for reports of any peculiar incident or indecencies, particularly ones involving dead animals. What they revealed left me flabbergasted. Dead animals? That ain't news to our ears anymore, son. It was something that had been happening over the past few years. Numerous reports regarding the discovery of grisly animal remains. The sites of discovery always featured dismembered limbs, tails, heads, the whole 9 yards. The peacekeepers didn't have a suspect, but they knew that only a person could have done the deed. They could never catch anyone in the act. The reports only continued to increase. I was instructed to report anything out of place or unusual. I was at a loss as to what to do. Should I confess that my sister was behind it all? Right now, in the spur of the moment? Without a single shred of evidence to support my allegations? My claims held no water without any physical evidence or third-party corroboration. Even if I had anything to work with, the thought of my mother's tear-streaked face made me hesitant to press the matter with the peacekeepers. I had to stop my sister before her murder spree of animals escalated to include humans. I didn't want our mother to suffer any more pain because of my twisted sister's actions. From that day onward, I became the deterrence to Rune's devotion to death. Oh my god, this is so... Holy crap. I have a feeling that because of the past 6 years have all been an act for Rune, right? But I have a feeling that because she is so devoid of emotion, something inside of her must be gnawing at the impulse to sort of kill animals, you know? The fact that what she was saying, that killing and just the feeling of death, how it fulfills her in a certain way that nothing else obviously can because of the lack of emotions, and only death can do that to her. That her way of just sort of at least not necessarily making up, but if you're pretending something to be not for a long time, you gotta be cheating every now and then to go back to the real you for at least a little while, to go back to enduring, to do the thing that you are not, right? To pretend the thing that you're not. So her way of sort of escaping the thing that she is not, which is a good sister or a real human sister, to just go back to what she really is, which is that murderous animal killing machine. She basically just kills animals every now and then. She just has to escape, kill a cat, which sounds horrible. I mean, she cut off the damn tail. Oh god, with scissors no less. What the hell? But yeah, I just feel like that was sort of an escape for her to just go back to who she really was. But yeah, dang. I can sort of feel empathy for Rudo now. I mean, he obviously has his best the best thing in mind for his entire family. So yeah, I sort of feel sorry for Rudo now, but I'm gonna have to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe for more. And in the very next video, we're gonna see what more gruesome horrors the story of Rune has in store for us. So yeah, see you then. Peace!